Hello you lovely people, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. My name's Kirstin and this is where I art and craft. Thank you so much for joining me today, those of you who've happened chanced upon me and those of you who are back for more madness. Today, as you will have seen, I'm doing a design team project for Kreativ Paper Artisan, and we're still in July, so we're still on the Woodland folk. And you'll find a link down below that gives you all the information about the kit. It also gives you a coupon code for 35% off the kit. The kit is massive. I've done my wee accordion. I'm going to do the project today and I've not even used half the kit in doing that. I'm sorry, Karin. I probably should have used more of the kit. But I didn't want to just do a journal. Sorry. I hope I'm not sacked already. Anyway, we're going to make a nice wee project today. Well, I think it's a nice wee project. It's not a big project, it's just a wee project, but it's a fun one. And we're going to use the wee Woodland kit, and shall I get on with it and stop chattering? That's a good idea, Kirstin. We're going to start by picking 6 cards that we're going to use. Now, the idea for this kit came from these ATCs that Karin has and these little sayings that Karin has in her kit. And what I need to do is I need to pick out 6 cards, and then I'm going to pick out some, well, I'll do something to the cards first. But I've decided that 3 of my cards are going to be these 3 from this page. This is one of the pages, and I just love this page. I love the shade of kind of sepia and the blue that's with it, and I want these 3 images. Now we've got a wolf, we've got our lovely fox, and we've got our houses. So for this, from the what do you call it, ATC pack, I'm thinking that one's actually not an ATC one. I'm thinking I maybe just use Gnomes rather than using the house. I could use this one, though this has been cut out of a page, I think. That's quite a nice one actually, isn't it? I might use that one. I'm not going to use the house. I don't think I'm going to use the 3 gnomes. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, which one shall we go to? Which one shall we? Oh, does it really matter? I think I'm going to take, let's use these 3. And then we've got 3 going long ways and 3 going that way. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to decorate the back of them. And I've decided the way to decorate the back of them is, this is going to be interesting. I'm going to this is me just trying to do it in a wanna. Oh, not necessarily a wanna, because that one's not necessarily going to fit in a wanna. I've got out this wood. Now this is just a generic wood sense. I need to check it has got a number on it. So let's just get a bit of tape to put over that number so I don't end up putting a number 2. I've had this forever, but I've never ended up, a lot of these kind of generic ones that you start off with, I don't use any longer, but this one I still do use. I must have used it last with Distress Oxide because I took the bit of tape off. I usually leave the bit of tape on for the next time round, but the bit of tape is off, which suggests to me it was Distress Oxide and I didn't want to leave the Distress Oxide tape on. There we go. That hides the bit of 2. Oh, so I stuck to my finger. And let's just I'll just use some walnut stain. So I guess this is a walnut tree then. Let's just put that all over there. That makes sense, doesn't it? I'll just do that all the way over there. Then you've got it all in there and it's done. Oh, in fact, actually, do I want to... Yeah, I don't want to have to do a join. So that idea wasn't as great as you thought it was, Kirstin. Right. We'll get these two on here. Now, I'm not looking for this to be absolutely perfect. This is a bit of background rather than something that needs to be very telling. It's going to have other things put on top of it. Oh, I shouldn't be using that as much paper, should I? Oh dear. Good job it doesn't matter because it's just a background. Right. Let's move on to this one then. That's that done, and I'll give that a wash later. I think before I go any further, I want to round my corners. The next thing I want to do is I want to do some stamping, and I've dug out a couple of stamps. Ignore that bit there. We've got this one and these two. And these are three of this. I think there's about, can't remember, maybe about, there's certainly another, I think there's another 3 stamps, 4 stamps maybe, from this. This is Chocolate Baroque Eastern Grasses, but I'm going to use these 3, I think. That's from another set. When I don't have a envelope, or the envelope is all matted, I put stamps in these, and then I've got a docket I keep them in. Right, I don't think this one fits on this, does it? Oh, it does just about. And I'm going to use another of my favourite colours, Potter's Clay, and I'm going to nudge that over there. So let's just clean that off before it ends up going on. It's the trouble with using the wee ink pad. You do tend to end up inadvertently going on the pad, going on your stamp. Never mind, clean it off. Let's just do it this way, and then you stand less chance of being on until you catch it. There we go. Right, let's put this one on here. I'm going to start it off the page actually. So this is like grasses growing up round a tree trunk. And we're going to put this one, let's put this one on the other side like that. Let's put this one in the middle really tall. And for this one, we're going to use, where did I put the stamps? Here we go. For this one, I'm going to use Memento Cottage Ivy. And this is a much finer stamp. Still beautiful. Let's just put that over like that. And then let's use this smaller one as well, just to put in some more wee detail. That away. Way is what you need is a pattern that can be read either way up, which this can be, and it's a very simple project. So you start off, you can just use plain paper, but you start off, if you're using pattern paper, with your pattern side down and fold back about 1/2 inch. Have your pattern side then up and fold it in half, and open it again. Then there's your centre line. What you want to do is you want to bring the side over, not quite to the centre line, leave about 1/4 inch of a gap. Do the same on the other side. If you want to measure, please do measure. So you've got 1/4 inch gap there. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's why I don't measure. Look, that's why I don't measure, because I don't need to. Yeah, it doesn't always work that well. Then open it out, and then this bit here, this is your line here, and that's it. So this section here you're going to cut off. So cut along there to that, where those 4 folds meet, and then just cut a little diagonal bit there. So rather than coming straight down that fold, just do a little diagonal cut. So you're going along to where you've got a cross where all the 4 folds are, and then just rather than straight down that folded line, just at a slight angle. Yeah, then what you want to do is you want to fold in these corners. Again, don't fold them all the way in. Now, right, you've got 2 options. Just remember, You've got two options. You've got two options. For this option, I'm going to have my plain side up. The other option I'll show you is what happens when you have the pattern side up. So you fold in again, not quite to the line. Not quite to the line. Not quite to the line. And not quite to the line. Then you want to fold these in. And I'm going to run through that again before I do the last step. Okay, so you start off by folding down about 1/2 inch the whole way along. You open that out and you fold your paper in half the other way and open it out. You then take the edge and fold it to 1/4 inch short of the middle, and take the other edge and fold it 1/4 inch short to the middle. You open that back out and cut out these bits, and with just a little slopey bit up the top. You then fold in these 4 corners. Okay, you're then going to fold these 4 corners in the way, so it looks like that. You're then going to turn it over, and you're going to take this bit up to the line, not up to the edge, but up to this fold. Take that up to the fold like so. And then this folds in there, and you have yourself, once you then fold it again that way, an origami wallet, which has a pocket there, a pocket in there, a pocket there, a pocket there, a pocket in there, and a pocket there. Now at this point it's up to you. You can do one of two things. You could stick this down where it is, or you can do what I've done in the other one. I will show you the other one in a bit, which is you fold it in there, glue there, and stick it down like that. Or you can just leave it and it will actually stay closed, but it will flap in the middle, so you might want to stick it down. It's up to you which way you want to do it. Me, I prefer doing it this way. So what you have when you do it that way round, that was doing it with the pattern down, is you end up with patterned papers, patterned pockets, and a plain background. Patterned pockets and a plain background. If you do it with your pattern side up, you'll end up with a patterned background and plain pockets. Okay, but that background isn't going to stay plain. I've got this fabulous mushroom from Karin's kit that I want to put in the background. So the first thing I need to do is trim down the bottom. I think I'm going to just introduce an extra fold there, just so we can see that snail. I'll do a matching one this side as well. Is that roughly the same? It is roughly the same. Right, let me show you how to deal with that. Right, so I've now introduced an extra fold. But if I leave that fold like that, it's going to cause problems when you take things in and out. So I'm going to open up the pocket. Oh, I can't because I've glued it down. Right, what I need to do is I need to, right, I need to glue down that fold then, don't I? Well, maybe I can't, maybe I don't. Hold on. If I bring the fold out and bend it this way as well, then what I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to tuck it inside there. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm opening that flap out, and now that, which was the edge of the pocket, is now, that was a mountain fold, is now a valley fold. And it just means that's smooth, whereas that's got something that can catch on it. Goes in there, and then it's much easier just putting a wee bit of glue on those two bits, just to stick down those two bits. Well, let's just put a wee bit of glue in there. I could have, if I'd known beforehand, I could have made the whole thing further in. I maybe shouldn't have done that. I should have maybe just suffered the snail not showing, seeing I was doing this on camera, but it's such a cute snail, and you can't see the other one either, so it's going. And then you see, look, you can see the snail. Isn't that cute? Isn't that cute? And I've taken that away before I've trimmed the top. The top needs to be trimmed at that leaf there. There we go. How cute is that? Right, so the first thing I want to do is I want to get me a bit of paper back, because I just want to put some ink down this bit. Walnut stain. That's everything inked. Let's now put the pocket back in and just make sure it's looking all right. It is. Very carefully I'm going to fold it so I know where the center fold is, and then I'll take it out and fold it properly. And see how it's not actually centre, because it was, you have to make the card slightly smaller and then you shift it to where you want it, but because of these end bits it doesn't really show that it's not the full width, so don't worry about that. You can at this stage, if you wish, I'm going to glue this down now. You can, if you, at this stage, if you wish, just glue it down the center. I'll show you. I won't show you because then I can't get it back out. Oh no, I will show you. Right, you can, if you wish, do this. So you've got your fold, take it out, put glue down your fold, then carefully get your fold in the right place, slide it back down, make sure your fold's in the right place, fold it, and then what you end up with is an extra 2 pockets. So you can do that, but I'm not doing that. I think if you were doing that, you would certainly not want to fold over like I folded over. You'd want to fold the paper over and down rather than tucking it inside, because even trying to slide that card in there, it just was catching on that little bit there. You'd probably also want to put in a couple of notches, or maybe not. It's up to you. It's going to be your make if you make one, so it's up to you how you decide to make it. Okay. Oops. So there we've got our mushroom with a wee snaily there and our mushroom pockets there, and then we're going to use the other bits of this paper just I don't know if I've got enough of that one. That's the only trouble. Let's have a look. Yes, it is. So this is the top half of the page, so I need to use this one going this way. Now I'm just going to let that set away. I'm going to put that underneath my mat and just give it a wee press and let that set, and we'll go back to the cards. So the thing with these cards, the idea with these cards, what I'm doing came from, as I say, the ATCs themselves, but also these little sayings, and they're just, some of them are so amusing. Just hanging with me gnomes, be happy. To know me is to love me. You know me so well. There's no place like home. Whimsy, I love you no matter what. Love, gnome crossing, magical, merrily, nope, not today. The gnome did it. Cheer, gnome, sweet gnome. Now I've already used some of these. I did print out more than one set. I've already used some of these because I've used the gnome did it. You saw me use that. But what I wanted was these 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. Where's the other one? There's no place like gnome, I think was the other one I decided on. Yeah. Because what I'm doing with these is making kind of affirmation cards, because sometimes we need to be reminded to be happy, that there's no place like home, that actually sometimes you really do need to know me to love me, and that people do know us well even when things are tough. There's always somebody who knows us well enough to give us that hug, and that, you know, there's somebody that loves us no matter what. And just, we've got this love one, so I thought I'd make some kind of affirmation cards with that, with this gnomes. Let the gnomes affirm you. So let's see which ones we shall put on which card. I think that one would sit nicely on that one, actually, wouldn't it? And How shall we do? Let's put that one on there maybe, and that one maybe on there. I think we need to put these bigger ones on the, and then You Know Me So Well can go on that one, and Be Happy can go on that one. That kind of one. And I think I'm going to use the clay to ink them up, just to make them stand out a wee bit more. Let's get this back out then and decide what might go where. I think we maybe want to see the front covers to decide what might go where, don't we? Okay, so what one we're going to put in? I think we need to put one of our gnomes in the front. He kind of disappears a bit too far. That's better, because he kind of still peeks out, doesn't he? So he's all fine size, so let's ink him up. Let's have a look, what might we put in here? Well, maybe we should go to the back first. What one might we put in the back? Maybe put the wolf in the back. Oh, the wolf looks good in the back, doesn't it? Peeking out. The wolf's an option for the back. The houses. Oh, see, the houses are quite nice peeking out as well, aren't they? So we've got the wolf for the houses. For the back. See, again, I think he's too low down. Oh no, he's definitely too low down. But the fox. No, I think it's between the wolf and the houses. The houses are quite nice. I think the wolf is better. So the centre ones, I think he's going to struggle even in the centre one, isn't he? Yeah, so maybe not him. See, he's struggling to be seen as well. Maybe not him. So maybe we put the house in that side, the foxy in this side. Put foxy that way round. Ah, yeah, the foxy that way round. It's kind of can be seen, can't it? Should we put the house and the foxy in here then? And that means these two chaps are going to go in the wee side pockets. So I'm going to just add something to them. I'll ink them up first. Stop saying so. This is one of the belly bands from the kit, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make wee pull tabs out of it. I want him to be on the front like that, and I want her to be on the front like that. No, that was wrong, wasn't it? I think I've got another one of those. I want him to be out, so he's the bit sticking out, so I need to make enough space for him to be sticking out, and I need to make enough space for her to be sticking out. And I think we need to do him, those hats are too similar. In fact, she's a lady gnome, it doesn't matter so much. Right, so what I want to do is I want to fold this in half like this. Doesn't matter if it doesn't, it's not the same front and back. Round the corners. Yeah, let's put her at the top corner and him at the bottom corner, although it doesn't, it looks odd with him. Let's tidy everything up. So here we are. We've finished this wee, it's a origami wallet that we repurposed to make it into an affirmation wallet. And I've just put a wee offcut of sari silk on the front and back with a mushroom just to decorate that page as well. And we've got this one that's saying be happy. We've got this one with this little tag saying you know me so well. We've got this one saying I love you no matter what. And you could decorate these actually with something as well if you wanted, these corner pockets. You've got this one saying to know me is to love me. And there's our mushroom and our snail. And we've got this one saying love. You see, and just seeing these lovely foxes and gnomes and everything, that just makes you smile as well, lifts your day. And here's this lovely wolf at the back as well saying there's no place like home. But if you don't want to make an affirmation wallet, you can also do, oh, I've forgotten to put something in that front pocket. Let me see what we got here. What we got here, let's just put these folk in here just now. And this is the other way round with the plain side pocket. If you have your pattern side down the way, you end up with a patterned pocket. If you have your plain side down the way, you end up with a plain pocket and a patterned background. So let's put that in there. But this was so lovely. This coffee dyed, it just dyed so beautifully that I decided I wanted to leave the pocket kind of plain and put this wee cutout from the kit on. And the back I've put this wee mushroom on. You can see how gorgeous this coffee dye was. And here is an envelope, which of course isn't an envelope. I've just cut off the flaps to make a writing space and put a stamp in there. And I've also put a little tie on this one. I'll show you how to do that in a minute, actually. That's an idea. And then here's a little house, and these are just journaling cards in this instance. And this one has a gnome, and then in the center here we've got the pocket with the two tags. And then so this is a hidden paper clip, which I've just cut down. That's the top half. It was the same size as this one, and that was the top half and that was the bottom half. You can just see the bottom of the bowl there because I used the other side so I could get them, and just made two wee pockets for two of the little tags, because there was loads of little tags and things I hadn't used. The flap for these tags has actually come from this belly band. That's all that's left of that belly band after making these 4 tags toppers. Yeah, and then that's it. Let me show you how I did this. Oh yes, I should tell you that as well, that this mushroom is also from one of the hopefully you haven't got it tied shut before you try and get it open. This mushroom is also from one of the hidden paper clips, and it just makes a lovely wee tag as well. There's the mushroom that side. Right, let me show you how to put the ribbon in. Oh, before I do that, the other thing is I can say to you is you can sew 2 of these together. You could sew that in there and you have a slightly bigger journal. Now you can see how it pops out. So I wouldn't sew more than 2 together. But if you wanted, what you could do is you could do a binding that way, and you could either do a sewed binding that way, taking it in, or you could do a tab binding. So what you're going to do, I'll just use this. So you've done this bit, and this actually, like I was going to do it quickly, but actually I'll do it slowly just to to remind you once more, fold it in half. You fold that bit in to not quite the centre, and that bit in to not quite the centre. Then you're going to cut this bit off. And cut this bit off. Then the tab end you're going to fold, well, you're going to fold down to make your pockets. So let me just show you how to make the pockets first. Right, so that's, you've got that way, then you fold that over, turn it over, fold that up, and you fold that down, and you've got your little journaly thing. Now what you're wanting for your tie is you want it to be inside here, because if it's in that pocket then it's not going to hold that shut, so you want it to be in there. So that means what you want to do is when you're at this stage, so you've folded those bits in and you know where those bits are going, you want your tab that you're going to fold in at the top, and then you want to make a slit here. Let's get a pen. You want to make a slit here and here for your ribbon. And because this is going to be your pocket, you don't want your ribbon there, so you need to take your ribbon back that way and stick it down somewhere, whether you use glue or a bit of tape, but you want to take it back and stick it down behind that flap so that it's not in the way of your pocket. Okay, so if we do that quickly, please don't do this. I use a knife so much that it doesn't greatly affect me. Where we've got a bit of ribbon here, so it's easier sticking it through from the other side, because then this is you only need a wee bit through. So you're going to stick it down like that, so that, and you'll have one in that side as well, so that when you shut that, it's not annoying that pocket. And then when you flip over, shut that down, tuck that in, you can shut your thing up, and there you've got a ribbon to tie, and you'd have one coming out of this slit as well. Hope that made sense. If it didn't, pop it in the thing below, and I can do a slower version for you. Thank you so much for joining me today and joining the Gnomes this month. Remember, you've actually gotten to the end of August to get your 35% off with the coupon code that's down in the description box below. If you decide to make something with the Gnomes, then I know Karin would love to know. So pop along to the Facebook group and show her your makes. If you decide to make one of the things I've made for you, then I'd love to know myself. Until next time, you take care. Thank you so much for watching. Keep crafting. Bye for now.